me being a fan of like the Outkast and the Goody Mob, and they had Big Rube, I wanted to do something, you know, legendary like that too. So I called Big Sant, and you know, shout out to Sant, man. Everybody love the prayer. Yo, it's J. Rain, and you tuned into Indie High Radio.
What's up? It's your girl, Donna LJ.
And it's your girl, Tay Digger.
And you're tuned into Indie High Radio.
Woo, woo. What's good?
I like how y'all did that.
You know, we do our thing. We got a little harmonization going on here and there.
Do what we can for the people. You know?
Right.
But no, this is a very special, awesome interview.
Yes.
I'm excited because, first of all, our guests are just phenomenal. Like,
always.
Shout out to all of our guests. All of our guests are just
Never
top-notch,
fails.
phenomenal. They're doing their thing in their fields. And our guest today is right along in that same boat. And what an honor and privilege to have you on the show again.
Yes.
Because we definitely had you before. And so it's exciting because that was a while ago.
Yeah. And to see the growth is amazing.
It's
so
totally
we about
amazing.
to get into it.
We're about to get into it. So before we get into it, we got to know who you are. So please introduce yourself.
And J. Rain, Alabama. Yeah, y'all know.
Hey, J. Rain. Yes, go ahead, Tay.
So, I mean,
I want everyone to know y'all's connection.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
'Cause I learned about J. through Tay Digger.
Right.
So how did y'all connect?
So I met J. in Alabama. So we went to school, Huntsville, Alabama. Shout out. He's from Alabama. I'm not. I'm from up top. But I went to school down there, so I met a lot of amazing people. And he was one of those people, one of those talented people. I think I met him first through Who Got Bars.
Mm-hmm.
I was working
Shout out
at
Jules.
Yes, Jules. That's my brother. I was working at Hot 103.5, and I was one of the judges, and in Who Got Bars, and he always blew me away, always. And we worked together, even with my clothing line Corkscrew with Joy. Like, we had a good run, and he has just shown and proved his tenacity and his, like, he just keeps going. He doesn't stop.
His determination.
Determination. And even when I moved to Atlanta and we started Indie High Radio, I knew I had to get him on. Mm-hmm. So he was on the show then. And to see the progression, to see the growth, to see, you know, just your faith in everything that you do, you know, it was only right to get you on when you just dropped your latest project.
Yeah, Snowstorm lasts forever.
Your latest project. And when I tell you, you did your thing.
Oh, he did his thing.
You
Wow.
did.
Thank y'all.
Your
Man,
thing.
now this is one of those, if you appreciate some good music
telling
and
you.
some real music,
Yeah.
that's, you know, it's the difference between some like fun poppy,
Right,
that's
right.
still a good bop, still a good fun time, and some real music where you know this person has been through something. This person is giving their testimony. This person is pretty much sharing their life experiences with you and being raw about it. That's what this album is.
Absolutely.
And it is well received. And your tone, your diction, your enunciation, everything about it, you have your own swag, your own vibe. And as a songwriter, there's nothing I appreciate more than people being in their own lane. You know, you don't have to try to say, oh, you sound like this or you sound like that. Like, you sound like yourself.
Exactly.
And you got your own artistry, your own vibe, your own creativity. So kudos to that. But your album is right, and it's one of those you could just literally play through.
Yeah, no skips.
That's rare.
No skips.
That's rare these days.
I stand on that. Like, I've been asking a lot of people, like, what do you think? You know, what's your favorite song? And it's always like, man, I have to start at the top and just let it play through.
Let it go.
So
I'm going to give you my favorite songs, though.
I'm gonna get both of y'all favorite songs.
Okay, my favorite songs. First off, the
Songs.
prayer. You start off with the prayer, unmatched. that just sets the tone for the entire album.
Yeah, shout out to Big Saint, man. Big Saint is, most people know him from, like, that's Big Crit, like, right-hand man. That's how I, found out about him. But Saint is a good guy. Every time I see him, he always show me love. And, like, me being a fan of, like, the Outkast and the Goody Mob, and they had Big Rube, I wanted to do something, legendary like that, too. So I called Big Saint. And, shout out to Saint, man. Everybody love the prayer.
Yes. That starting off with that, A1.
Yeah.
I feel like the album could be in the big leagues. Like,
Absolutely.
and can stand its own ground for sure.
And I feel like my number one song is probably the next one, The Storm Is Over.
Right. Shout out to Jay Fooley. Jay Fooley is from Tuscaloosa. He's one of my long time friends. He actually moved out to Atlanta, and I hit him up trying to come up with some ideas for some production, and on my way to his crib, the real song actually came on shuffle.
Okay, right.
And so, I already knew that I wanted to name the title of the album, No Storm Lasts Forever. I felt like it was a perfect segue, so he put it together, and I sat on the beat for a while, because it's like I really didn't know, like, what I wanted to say, because it was such a big production.
That song is powerful.
Amazing, yeah.
So it took me a long time. I think it was like one of the last songs that I recorded.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of your recording process, what was that experience like when you first started the first song for the project? Did you know the theme of the project? You were like, okay, I'm just gonna go down the line and record and see what fits in, or was it just you going through life and then you just recorded and then you're like, you know what? Let me put this all together and do a project.
So first things first, I want to say that the project took 2 years.
Woo. Okay. And I was gonna say that too, because it's been a while since you put something out.
Yeah, it took 2 years, and then ironically enough, the first song I recorded is the last song on the project.
Wow.
So the process for me is just like, I record a lot by myself, and I kind of prefer it that way, because I feel like that's when I can be my rawest self. You know what I'm saying? I know how to record myself well enough to where I can get it how I want it, and then I can just send it out to get mixed and mastered, and I feel comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So beyond that, I just really wanted to take my time and put together something good and something I felt like would stand the test of time. And I went in with the mindset if this is my last one, because I'm 32, you know what I'm saying? And it's about that time where it's like, all right, it's now or never for real. So I went in with the mindset all right, if this your last one, how would you want to be remembered?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why it took me so long, because I wanted to make sure that it was something that, if I was done today, it's like, all right,
that's it.
It's it.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Well,
and it shows and proves.
For one, you do not look 32.
Not
so
at all.
Black don't crack, because
For sure.
as y'all can see on camera, he does
Yes,
not look 32.
right.
Okay, so hairline's still in full effect.
Yeah, I just, hey, shout out to my barber.
No, for real.
For real.
Hey,
He keep me together.
those are the telltale signs. You in full effect. Like, you can be like, I'm
Right.
22 strong, boom. Ain't nobody gonna question that, okay?
I still get
But,
carded.
see? I love it. But no, your work is phenomenal, and I love that you were true to yourself. You were able to record at your own pace and your own vibe. Now, what types of things, because I feel like with creatives, we have those mental blocks sometimes where it's like, you want to create a song, you're in the lab, and then sometimes songs don't come to you, sometimes they do, or it spurts, and what was your creative process like? Because we dealing, just in life in general, we always got to deal with the L's that come with life, right?
Yeah.
But how did your real world experiences influence your writing process?
Man, I just feel like first off, I had the majority of the songs maybe a year in. So we talking back 2021. I kind of had everything that I wanted to do. It wasn't really until earlier this summer where I was like, all right, I need to finish this, because that's when shit really started getting real hard for me. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't have nothing to really think about but that. So a lot of people don't know, I even had to move back home. You know what I'm saying? I moved back to Alabama. So that was really tough for me, because it's like I'm out the mix with something that I've been doing for the past 6 years. So it's like, to me, I'm almost like, damn, I'm a failure. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was taking it. So I spent a lot of time with myself, and it was cool to be at home with my parents and, get to catch up on moments that I missed and, chill with my grandma and stuff. So it kind of motivated me to all right, what you gonna do? And it was sometimes where, like, my mom, she would go to work and I would record in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get myself back equipped, you know what I'm saying? Because I had stopped recording for so long because, you know, I was feeling so bad for myself, you know what I'm saying? But it worked out.
We was just talking about this. Imposter syndrome. It will get you. It will try to take you out, but it's all about, you know, you pushing through. So we are grateful and thankful because this project is everything.
This project is fire.
Everything.
I appreciate it for real.
I think that speaks for itself. You know, as creatives, we're gonna have those moments where life's gonna get tough. We're gonna have those moments where it literally feels like all odds are against you. But we have to understand
that's part of the journey.
That's not only part of the journey, but we're going through those things because of our voice. You know, we're going through those things because our voice is the voice that will touch others.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because God would never put more in us than we can bear. Right.
100%.
Absolutely.
So it's sometimes it feels overwhelming. I'm literally going through that in my life personally right at this moment, right? But I understand that when you are in alignment and you're in God's will, you're right where you're supposed to be at all times. And what that means is you have to make sure you do your creative process. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's for. Once you get that out, that's like your therapy. As a creative, doing what you love is your therapy. So we have to make sure we're very proactive. Yeah. And you may have those stagnant days, but he's a witness. It's okay. When you listen to his project, it's going to hit home.
The album is an affirmation in itself, man. The title, No Storm Lasts Forever. And I started to live by that. And like
that first song, I would replay that over and over because I'm like, yes.
It give you what you need. It's honesty. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And going through the album, I see you have a lot of you got a couple people on that we've had on the show.
For real.
Or even Wade Brown. We had him on our very first. He traveled from Huntsville to Atlanta for our very first Indie Hot Thursdays or second?
Maybe like second.
I think it was our second Indie Hot Thursdays, and we will never forget that. And we have to get him on the show.
I love Wade, Mr. Coffee.
Yes. Oh my God, that was my favorite album. Like he did everything, and that song in particular.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Nigga,
you playing right now.
You went the fuck in. You went off. Okay.
Yeah.
What was that process of that particular song? Because you went crazy.
Live Larger. Shout out to KD 20 Mil, man. KD is from Alabama too. He's a producer from Birmingham. He actually stays out here. My boy B Sharp actually connected us, and we were just recording. I was going over to KD's house every day, and like he was making beats from scratch. And then one night, you know, he wasn't feeling it. I'm like, well, let's just go through what you got. So he's like, man, I got this old beat right here. And he played. He was like, you probably ain't gonna fuck with this. And he played it. And I'm like, bro, this it.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you like this? I'm like, yes, bro.
Yes, I do.
Load that bitch up.
You been holding this hostage. Let me use it.
So shout out to KD, man. He produced that, and he produced Lunch, which is like one of my personal favorites.
I love it.
Yes. And then also you've had D Horton on. You have D Horton on your album on what is that? Devil's Playground. Devil's Playground.
Ooh, you went in on that too?
Man, what?
Y'all both went in on that.
Man, D Horton is like one of those people that like I get
He's
with
magical.
like when you want to get in the gym and spar with somebody, I call D Horton because he gonna spit, and I'ma always try to outdo him, and the same with me. So shout out to D Horton. Devil's Playground hard too.
Yes.
Now with that one, because that's a deep song. Like, what was the ideology behind that?
Yes.
Really just being honest about the fact that when I get to thinking about shit that really don't concern me or what I don't need to be focused on, I start to go into a place that I don't need to be.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like them vices, like whatever you might do, you might smoke, you might drink, that shit might not help, and you just, you know, mentally just drained. And that I had got to that point, like it wasn't nothing that liquor could do, it wasn't nothing weed could do that could stop me from thinking about the things that I was thinking about.
Right.
So it's like you gotta, you know, remind yourself that, you know, you're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! See, that's what I tell y'all. This is a real raw album. It's what the music industry has been missing, especially in the indie world. Like, we got a lot of hot stuff, but it's a lot of mimicky stuff. Like, you in your own lane, and this music is amazing. It is dope, and it's literally, look, nonstop, we gonna keep it on play type of vibe. So,
absolutely.
And kudos to you. Like, you are a young king doing your thing. And, you know, I know you're like, oh, I'm 32. This may be my last album. Blah blah blah. Which I don't receive that.
Nah,
you're way too talented.
that was the mentality.
That was
I
the
had,
mentality.
you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
good. Because
Might crank another one out.
you have legendary vibes. And with that being said, you know, what do you want your legacy to be?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I think that for me, I just want to be remembered for being somebody who said that he was gonna do something and didn't stop until he achieved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So and this is just, you know, I'm living proof to anybody that's paying attention. You know what I'm saying? You can do it, and it might take, you know, going a different route and doing things that you might not want to do, but as long as you get in the building, you can work your way up to the top.
Keep it moving and nonstop.
Yes.
You're gonna have those obstacles, you're gonna have those roadblocks, but as long as you continue to push through, that's all that matters. So,
right.
Yeah.
When your project was complete and you heard it all the way through, what were your initial thoughts? After all the stuff that you've been through?
And it's been so long. You know what I'm saying?
Hadn't done everything in a while. Kind of the songs kind of spread out as far as recording time. When everything was complete and it's like,
you put
this
everything
is ready,
together.
What were your initial thoughts?
I'll be honest, like, I had stopped listening to it because it was just taking so fucking long. And like me and my team, it was like, okay, this is the order. And then, this is the order. And it changed so many times. It was a different cover. It was less than 15 songs. It just was all over the place. So when we just came to a decision that we were going to put it out, they were like, all right, these are the songs. I never listened to it in order until the day it came out.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I listened at 12, like,
and you would,
what did you think?
So,
he's like, okay.
This was worth
it. It was worth all the trouble. Okay.
That's crazy. But no, like, I'm so proud of you. I can't tell you that. I told you that even back there, like, when you first walked in, I'm so proud of you because it's, you know, throughout the years, I know shit has happened. You've gone through things. And that's life. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of you keeping it going and keeping pushing it, even though through the obstacles.
It should be hard, bro.
I know.
It should
Trust
be hard.
me, I know. And that's why it's called
No Storm Lasts Forever.
No Storm Lasts Forever. Like, what a beautiful way to tell your testimony. And, you know, how can people check you out? How can people, like, listen and, you know, tap in?
I'm on all social platforms at JAYDOTRAIN. The album is available on my website for streaming and purchasing if you would like to go to the website. Because, you know, we don't really get no paper from them streams.
Right.
So if you're trying to support a brother, you can go to j.rain.com, www.j.rain.com. Stream it, purchase it, holla at me, whatever.
I love it.
Sir.
Yes. And we will cut to, you know, at the end of the show, we're definitely going to cut to, like, whatever song you want. Just let us know. We'll make it happen.
Okay.
But, Tay, how can people reach Indie High?
Well, you can check out Indie High Radio on Instagram and Twitter at Indie High Radio. Radio spelled the R, the number 8, DIO, on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook, you can check us out at Instagram. Okay.
Oh, they are combined.
They are. You can check us out on Facebook at Indie High Radio LLC. Make sure to like the page and share it. Also, one stop shop, IndieHighRadio.com. You can check out the podcast, get some gear. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast, and make sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. And rate us, give us those 5 stars so we can stay on top.
That's right. Yes. Shout out to all of our international listeners. I'm going to keep shouting y'all out.
Absolutely, because we're grateful.
We are very grateful. Shout out to Playback Sounds. We've been recording here since day one. We always want to show Playback Sounds love because they show us love.
Always.
Yes, always. And we're going to definitely cut to a song. I'm going to just go ahead and sign out. This is your girl, Donna LJ.
And it's your girl, Tay Digger.
And J-Dub, what song we cutting to, baby?
We are cutting to, I'll let y'all pick.
You know my favorite song. I'm just saying. The Storm Is Over. That's my favorite song.
You want to cut to that?
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Right,
the Storm Is Over,
man. Shout out Jay Fooley. Storm Is Over. No Storm Lasts Forever.
Let's go, baby.
Sir.
I weathered the storm. Friday day they were blocking the sun. Sitting back while they had a little fun. Whole time I was planning to run. Me and Pops only spoke for some months. I can't lie like I'm happy I'm torn. I quit drinking and started back pouring. Only thing seemed to help with the scoring. I'm screaming no more. No, I'm blessed, under stress, but my ego won't let me admit it. Overworked, underrated. As of late, I've been questioning commitment. I say fuck it, we going the distance. Is you living a million existence? I've been changing, they seeing the difference. Maybe this time around there again. I'm dodging raindrops, trying to figure some things out. Think I'm ready for change now, cause I can't let the pain stop. This is God given. Palms itch, look to me for the motivation. You know the streets never been the safest. When you running on E, gotta make a way. Caught the brand new umbrella for any weather. Man, I'm ready for shade on a cloudy day. Once I cut the distractions, started happening, so I can't let you stop me. It's slow the pace. I'm rejuvenated. When niggas hate it, I ain't taking personal, it was motivation. Put my statue next to Nick Saban, who else from the city been his fucking great. Prepare for the worst, but I know it gets better. That thunder is coming, you running for shelter. Know how I feel when you looking around, man, this shit getting real and nobody will help you. Hard to tell if you coming or going. I was grieving and nobody noticed. Hard to tell if you coming or going. I was grieving and nobody noticed.
You know, to be honest, like
Love it.
it still hasn't registered. Like when people was like talking to me about this shit, it's like, you sure? I really be tripping.
Yeah.
This is lit. You did
This
your
shit,
thing, bro.
no. It just needs the right hands.
That's right.
I'm just telling you, like the right hands, and it would be. I'm just.
The right audience.
Yeah, you got it. Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going,
Just
man.
keep
Sky's
going.
the limit. You gotta understand. What they say. Extraordinary people have extraordinary highs and extraordinary lows. When
Absolutely.
you go through those extraordinary lows, you feel like there is no sight for any hope. But you gotta understand that's when you
Gotta push.
gotta push, but you also gotta write, bruh. You gotta let that out. You're going through it to let it out because there's millions of other people going
That can
through it who cannot
use that.
express. And you their voice.
Yeah.
You gotta understand it's not even just about you. You're not going through stuff because it just is strictly about you. You're going through it because as a creative, you have the power to bless others. You know what I'm saying? So you going through that because your testimony is going to touch so many people. You're going to help a lot of depressed people, a lot of people going through hard mental times. This is going to help them know that everything going to be okay. Like, this ain't going to last forever.
Yeah.
So you got to understand the power in that. You know what I'm saying? You're a powerful being, and you have a responsibility. But don't let your hard times get you down, because those are temporary. And when you get to your extraordinary highs,
Man.
all those things will be faint memories. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind, bro.
And you'll be able to look back on this and be like, damn, thank you. Because, man, we see it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure to push through.
We'd love to do some projects with you for sure. You doing any visuals?
Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
us
for
know.
sure.
We can put it
it
on
on
our
the
music
music-
video countdown, man. We do music video countdowns now. We trying to tap into everything so we can fully support artists in every way. So you have music videos. You want to do a
Mixtape.
showcase.
I'm just trying to
all
get
that stuff.
I'm
man.
trying to get the treatments together because I want them to
Yeah.
be like,
On
Yeah,
good,
point.
you
fine.
know what I'm saying, to match the
Absolutely.
quality
Oh,
of
no,
song.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But whenever it's done, just know you got somewhere
And
to.
even in the
we-
process,
that's
we
right.
have a segment called Indie Streets, and
Yeah.
we would love to, come
just do
record
behind the scenes type of thing. While you in your element, you know what I'm saying? So don't forget about us, man, on your way up, man. For sure.
We
we proud of you.
We
man,
see
for
you,
sure.
man.
So, appreciate y'all.